Good evening and welcome to the North Country Trail Association's annual national conference. This year I have the real pleasure of welcoming you back to the great state of Michigan, home to the longest segment of the trail and just down the road from where this association held its first meetings almost 32 years ago. This conference would not have come together the way it has if it were not for the hard work and the dedication of the members of the Chief Noonday Chapter. Your hosts have worked hard to bring together this gathering of North Country Trail faithful, and I applaud their efforts. Of course, this gathering would not take place every year if it were not for you, the tremendous volunteers of the North Country Trail Association and the leadership of the association, including President Larry Hawkins and Executive Director Bruce Matthews. Thank you both for your great leadership. I'd also like to welcome your new National Park Service Superintendent, Mark Weaver, back home to his native state, and to wish Mark and his family the best as they settle into their new home in Lowell. We have fought hard to have the National Park Service create a presence in Lowell and to dedicate a superintendent solely to the North Country National Scenic Trail. And with Mark's assignment, we have that. Of course, Mark has some large hiking boots to fill as he replaces the first superintendent of the trail, Tom Gilbert, who also served as superintendent of the Ice Age National Scenic Trail. Tom retired from the National Park Service last year after 39 years with the federal government. Tom was a passionate champion of the trail, and I again want to wish him the best in his retirement. The growth of this trail is occurring in all directions. I'm so pleased that recently my colleague Senator Klobuchar introduced legislation, which I co-sponsored, to lengthen the trail by more than 400 miles and to include a beautiful section of the trail along Lake Superior. This would reduce the cost of trail construction because it uses existing trail networks that have already been built. This legislation also recognizes the hard work and the dedicated efforts of the volunteers who have built and are maintaining the Superior, Border Route, and Kekakabik hiking trails. There's also growth at the eastern end of the trail, where we are making progress towards extending the eastern end of the trail to connect with the Appalachian Trail in Vermont. This connection was originally proposed during the study phase before Congress authorized the trail, which we did in 1980. When Vermont's congressional delegation introduces their legislation to make this extension of the trail official, I, of course, look forward to supporting it as a co-sponsor. Growth is not just occurring at the ends, but throughout the 4,600 miles of the trail. That growth is accelerating thanks to dedicated volunteers and is helped by legislation which I sponsored that was signed into law in 2009, which allows the federal government to purchase land from willing sellers, which will help to complete the trail. Last year, we celebrated the milestone achievement of Judy Geisler, who became the second woman to complete the trail, quite literally following in the footsteps of Joan Young, who became the first woman to complete the trail in 2010. Joan's legendary efforts to travel and promote the trail are inspirational, and I look forward to getting back out on the trail myself again soon. The North Country National Scenic Trail is truly the people's trail. It connects and unites our states, cities, towns, villages, and our lives. It is a national treasure that weaves together our stories of the North Country and its people. Thank you all for what you do to make this trail such an iconic American treasure. And congratulations in advance to all of tonight's North Country Trail Awards winners. I wish you the best as you head back to the woods.